Well, hi, Prospector Paul here. Yeah, welcome to Monday. I did get out a little bit yesterday, well, it's the better part of the day. And I did run, I guess it was 10, 12 buckets through the sluice. But not a lot of color. In fact, not much at all. As I've been working this hole, been coming back towards the camera, and the gold's kind of petering out. I did my best probably in that first little hole up in there, and then right down the gut there. It's getting deeper here, so I'm not down to bedrock. There's a possibility that the real gold's down at the bottom of that, which makes sense. I'm able to see the rocks now, so I'm working on getting those out. And sorry, there's a cow going off in the background. Kind of scared me at first for a second there. I walked in this morning. I usually see quail and rabbits and whatnot, but this morning had what looked like a goofy looking raccoon take off, and the more my eyes got adjusted, I realized it was one of them little mini pigs, javelinas, right? And it turned out there was three. Two of them crossed the trail real quick, and the other one kind of stayed in a brush and stared me down. I was getting the backpack off to get the GoPro out, and finally he took off. But yeah, I've heard the males can be a little aggressive. It's just a little pig, but I wasn't sure what he was going to do, so I kept my eyes on him. And like I said, I was trying to get some footage of that. But one of the things I've noticed as I've come across towards this hole over here, I've been excavating some kind of an ancient mouse or something. I don't know what the heck that is. Some kind of bones. But bones are light. They have air pockets in them. So if I got a bunch of light stuff down on this end, maybe this isn't the spot to be. I'm not 100% sure. So today's plan, I'm going to go back to that side and kind of work around where I threw all my tailings. You know, you got to throw your tailings in a way and move them at least twice. But yeah, I'm going to try and work that side. I think makes a little more sense. I went back and reviewed my footage from last week, and one of the big things I noticed was I had an orange shirt on when I did really good. So I made sure I put an orange shirt on this morning. I think that about takes care of it all. Hopefully I can get enough buckets run today, find a few pickers to show you guys, and we'll get some color in the box. That'd be great. You know Jeff Williams, he always says, who needs a gym? Be a gold miner. Yeah, try lugging in a 50-pound battery in and out every day. The way in's easier. It's downhill, so it makes me go downhill faster. But the going back out part, that's a little rougher. Well, I started digging more that way on the on what I thought was the better side, and we got a nice little flake in the pan. It's pretty thin, but God, I want to say that's probably about as much gold as I got yesterday out of 15 buckets. This was my 5th pan, so do some math. Orange shirt, stay on that side. Let's hope we have a good day. Well, hi, welcome to St. Paddy's Day. Luck of the Irish to everybody, right? So hopefully we can have us a nice golden day. I set me a leprechaun trap last night. Didn't work out too well. I think I used too big of a rock. Check this out. Anyways, today I'm just going to do some sniping on what I think is the best spots. I've also run my dowsing rods, and I got a couple spots marked out here. Just going to try to get some camera candy, some nice flakes and pickers hopefully. And you know, if we find a couple of hot spots, you know, maybe I will run some material through the sluice. But for right now, I'm just kind of picking the better spots and hoping to come up with a decent episode out of this. So wish me luck, and we'll see you in a little bit. So I rolled that big rock over right there, and I dug out 2 pans worth, or this is my second pan, and I already got a nice little color. Luck of the Irish. Let's keep it going. Hopefully we can get a little pile of those today. Been quite a long day with not much to show for it. I did run 10 gallons that I dug up yesterday, and we got 2 little colors out of them. But I finally got a pan with 2 chunkier pieces. Sight for sore eyes, I can tell you that. They're not quite pickers, but it's something. And got some tools here to do a little cleaning on the bottom of that hole. Maybe we can find some more there. Well, I'm a little disappointed, but happy at the same time. You really got to clean the bedrock. Even though it seems super smooth, yeah, there's still gold on it. So he's just using a little flat scoop and a little brush. And I just did another pan, and there's a picker. There's a poker. So I moved those big rocks yesterday. This giant sucker there and that little one in the hole there. And I wasn't finding anything. Well, it looks like it fluffed off and was laying on the bedrock. Looks like it fluffed off and was laying on the bedrock, so it pays to clean the hole. I am going to let that clear out because I can't really see. I muddied it all up. And yeah, I think I'm going to pay a heck of a lot more attention tomorrow. The gentleman up ahead of me running a 4-inch dredge, he's moving. He's been helping me with some advice and mostly lending me a lot of tools, like that giant ratchet fall there to move these big rocks. So I think I'm going to help him move and get him set back up, and we'll tune back in tomorrow. Prospector Paul out for a day. Well, welcome to Thursday. Thought I had another piece of gold in the pan. Got a late start today. It was really bothering me last night that I know I'm leaving gold in these holes that I've been digging because I'm not getting the bedrock clean. So this morning the plan was to go uptown and buy all the parts I needed to make a little nozzle and run it off the battery pump to suck the gold up off the bedrock. And turns out the neighbor in camp, super nice guy, had about 7/8 of the parts. So we tried to put it together and make something work this morning, and it didn't quite work out the way we want it to. It's going to need some modification, but we'll make that happen. In the meantime, I had a backup plan for today, and you know, they always say, you know, gold's in the obvious spots, but people work those spots, so don't necessarily look in the obvious spots. Well, I don't think this area's been worked as hard in a long time, so it's kind of working out. This is number 2 out of a certain hole on the other side of the river here. I'll take you over there. I'm working this riffle, which is an obvious place to me where you should dig, and apparently nobody's really monkeying around here, so boy. So looking at this bank, we have an obvious bedrock riffle right there, and a lot of blonde sand. I did a couple of buckets of the top blonde sand. There was nothing there. But as soon as I got down to where the bedrock is, got into some chunkier gravels, and a little bit of the water level there, which I don't know how it's getting there. The bedrock curves back up, but whatever. That's where the gold's been coming off of. A little easier to work up here. It's not in the flow of the river, and it's not falling off my shovel like I'm having trouble with downstream in these holes. And yeah, so I'm able to get the gold. When you see these holes here, I can't get right into that very bottom crack. I've been sweeping it up into a scoop shovel, but it's not 100%, so I need some kind of a vacuum for that. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes that I'm down to bedrock, that I got some gold on the way down to. There's a good chance most of it's fluffed off the rocks and went to the bottom. So I'm going to keep working this sandy area, and it's easy digging. Maybe I'll put some serious buckets through the sluice, get the battery out of here, get out a little early, and head into town, get the necessary parts for our nozzle. I can show you that right now. So this would be the end that you put in the water to suck up the gold. This is the return that would go to the, well, sluice box or a bucket, and then this is where your inflow would go. So from the pump into here, neck the water down, hoping to build enough pressure to shoot the water past this opening so that it pulls stuff up. Well, all we did was put in a bushing to here. If we would have extended that half-inch pipe, you know, to the midpoint of this pickup system, that would have probably made the water go past and we'd have been okay, but instead we don't have that. All we got is just an opening there, and the water is kind of falling back out, so I'm getting water coming out of this way. Most of it goes this way, but unfortunately it comes out, and that's not vacuum. That would be the opposite of vacuum. So a little more tweaking, and I think we can have this baby working. So all right, I am gonna keep digging over there. Hopefully I'll put some through the sluice if I can work up enough material, and maybe we'll get a nice pan. Oh boy, I think I'm finally onto something. You can see that bedrock, obviously, and it drops down. There's rocks packed in there so tight, and I'm using this pickaxe, and it's coming out hard, but I'm getting it out of there, and there's just rocks packed in there so tight. This should be good. Oh god, let's hope so. This whole future Paul doesn't put a big old nope in there. All right, back to work. Look at that. Come on. Come on, people. Oh. Yeah. You ever find a perfect spot and still not get any gold? I'm mean, you can see those two crevices. So I cleaned them all out, suckered up all the gold or all the dirt around it. Then it even came out, and I was really able to clean the bottom, and I still couldn't find any gold. That is like the perfect trap. It's in a bowl. Wow. Oh well. It is what it is. Maybe I'll find a big piece in a spot I shouldn't find a piece. So, oh well, that's prospecting. Welcome to Friday. It had to happen. But yeah, I got skunked today. So no footage to add to the rest of the film. And I do have the gold all cooked up. So we're gonna put it on that paper and do the weigh-in. I did have 4 pieces that I pulled out with tweezers that were a little bigger. So we'll add those first. And we have 0.03. And we'll add the rest of this. Looks like 0.144 grams. Well, we didn't knock it out of the park this week for sure. And we did move quite a bit of material. Just goes to show you, that's prospecting. I sat right down on that honey hole early last week and pulled out some real nice pieces and kind of been prospecting around that, and well, you can see the results. I'm not down about it a bit. I'm in a great state, great temperatures, really enjoying this. Who knows, next week might find another little hot spot again. So yeah, it's 0.146 that I didn't have at the beginning of the week, so I'm happy with it. We'll add it to the rest of the pile. All right, folks, please subscribe, like the video, give me that big thumbs up, and leave me a comment. I love the comments. You folks take care, and we'll see you next week. Prospector Paul, out.